bagian bawah, Nak. Silakan diklik itu. Oke, good. Siapa yang pertama?
Saya nih.
Oke. Silakan speaker.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
We're gonna present about proportional, progressive, and regressive taxes. Taxes are charges that are imposed by governments on individuals and entities or businesses. The purpose of tax is to raise finance for government spending. The spending is typically on public and merit goods, administration, welfare, benefits, and subsidies. Revenue from tax is also used to reduce inequalities in the distribution of income.
Next, we're gonna talk about proportional tax. Proportional tax is tax that takes the same percentage of income from all income groups. With a proportional tax, the marginal rate of tax is constant. A proportional tax system can make filing easier, as you don't have to figure out your tax bracket. In turn, everyone is simply paying the same percentage of their taxable income. On the other hand, a progressive tax system taxes high earners more and low earners less. The purpose of this arrangement is to balance out the tax burden to level the financial playing field. The example of proportional tax is overall, a proportional tax system places a larger financial burden on lower earners. Although technically everyone is paying the same percentage of their taxable income, the rate will have a larger effect on those who are starting with less. For instance, imagine a system in which the proportional tax rate is 10%. Someone earning $5 million per year will have $4.5 million in post-tax income, whereas another person struggling to get by with an income of $30,000 per year will have just $27,000 in after-tax income. A sales too can be thought of as a proportional tax, as it's the same rate for everyone. Other capped taxes, like certain payroll deductions, are also proportional, as they're limited and cannot be raised for higher earners. Russia is the largest country in the world to currently use a proportional tax system, as all taxpayers are taxed at a rate of 13%. This is the pro-argument of proportional tax. Everyone is equal, pay the same percent of income. The contrast is the poor need their income more than the wealthy. They need every penny and cannot afford as much of a tax as the wealthy. The next slide will be presented by Arda.
Oke, sebentar Miss potong. I hope everyone prepare yourself for us the speaker, yeah, about the result of presentation today. Okay, guys. So I will assess you. I will assess everyone to discuss in this discussion. Okay. Okay, next. So So prepare by a question, ya. Silahkan menyiapkan satu pertanyaan untuk speaker today.
The next is progressive tax. Progressive tax is a type of tax that imposes higher rates on a lower income. In the UK, the income earners are as opposed to those on a lower income increases. This means that the more you earn, the more you will need to pay tax. Progressive tax designed to help people with low income earners to spend a larger percentage of their income on these necessities as opposed to spending it on tax. This type of tax does not necessarily harm the wealthy because even after you tax, you should be able to comfortably afford these kinds of basic necessities. However, the progressive tax may affect higher income earners as it can impact your ability to invest lump sums in stocks, add more money to your retirement savings, or limit the purchase of luxurious items. The example of progressive tax are income tax rates. Exactly how much pay depends on the tax band you are in. As illustrated by the table below, basic rate taxpayers pay 20% in income tax, while higher rate taxpayers pay 40%. Additional rate taxpayers pay 45% tax rate if their income is over 150 pounds. The second is capital gains tax. This is a type of tax payable on any profit you make when you sell an asset has increased in value. For example, if you buy an antique vase for £3,000 and later sell it for £7,000, you may have to pay capital gains tax on the £4,000 you made in profit. The next slide will be read by Shakira.
Next, pros and cons of progressive tax. Pros. Number 1. As progressive taxes are based on the ability to pay principal, it tends to reduce disparities in the distributions of income and wealth. Number 2. A progressive tax is productive as it yields more revenue. Number 3. It is elastic. A rise in income during prosperity is automatically taxed at a higher rate, and a fall in income during recession is taxed at a lower rate. Cons. Number 1. The benefit principle of taxation goes against the progressive taxation system. The progressive taxation system, the benefit principle states that he who receives greater benefit from the government activities should pay higher tax rate. Usually poor people and the largest beneficiaries, and hence they should be taxed more. Number 2, there is a greater scope for tax evasions in the case of progressive tax. It is the higher rate of taxes that encourage taxpayers to evade their income by making false declarations of their incomes. Next, there's regressive tax. Regressive tax is a taxes that are applied across the board, meaning they hit the lower income individuals harder and they might seem equitable because everyone pays the same amount. A regressive tax affects people with low income more severely than people with high income because it is applied uniformly to all situations, regardless of the taxpayer. To have a better understanding, let's imagine two individuals. The first individual earns $50,000 and the second earns $100,000. They both bought a new car worth $50,000 with the sales tax 10%. That means they all must pay $5,000 in additional taxes. Now, if we calculate the tax rate to their incomes, the first person spent 10% of his incomes to pay the tax. Meanwhile, the second person must pay 5% of his incomes.
Next, it's the pros and cons of regressive tax. First, encourage people to earn more when people at higher income levels pay lower levels of the tax. It creates an incentive for those in lower incomes to move up into higher brackets. Second, discouraging consumption. A regressive tax may be used to discourage people to avoid the use of potentially harmful products, as called sin tax on products like tobacco, alcohol, and pornographic materials may make it more difficult for users of these products to afford them. And the cons, first, it's harming the poor. A regressive tax system can be viewed as unfair because it places a greater burden on those at the lower end of economic scale. Second, wealthier will continue to earn more and low-income groups will continue to earn less. And the third, the employment level increases as the poor might not be willing to work as a major part of the earnings should be paid as tax. Example, sales tax, property tax, user fees, and etc. Here is our presentation from group 2. Any question? And thank you.
Okay, guys, if you have any question or suggestion for this group, so please raise your hand. Hello. Maybe Raffi or Lowe, Salma. Do you have any question or suggestion about their presentation? Or you have an understand about their presentation today?
Belum terlalu paham, Miss.
Oke, bisa lebih spesifik yang mana, Ridho? Which one? You have an understand more?
Yang pro kontranya tadi.
Yang mana? Tiga-tiganya?
Yang mana ya tadi?
Coba ditampilkan lagi slide-nya. Oke, silahkan diskusi. Mungkin dari grup 2 langsung menyambungkan ke Ridho.
Oke, bahasa Indonesia aja deh, Miss. Biar lebih gampang sih, Paham.
Oke, siapa yang mau jelasin?
Miss, saya boleh jelasin nggak, Miss?
Oke, silahkan.
Ini regresif kan? Tadi.
Yeah.
Jadi regresif itu yang pros pertama itu encourage people to earn more. Kenapa? Karena kan kalau misalnya nih yang punya income lebih banyak itu dia taxnya bayar dikit. Jadi otomatis yang punya income-nya kecil jadi pengen earn more gitu, ngerti nggak? Terus yang kedua, discouraging consumptions. Regressive tax may be used to discourage people to avoid the use of potential harmful products, so-called sin tax. Jadi dengan adanya tax yang lebih tinggi, orang-orang tuh jadi produk-produk kayak tobacco, alkohol itu kan material yang gak bagus. Nah orang-orang jadi nggak mau beli. Terus tapi ada kontranya juga, yaitu yang pertama harming the poor. Jadi orang-orang yang emang benar-benar kayak income-nya rendah, itu jadi kesusahan untuk bayar dan mereka jadi kesusahan gitulah. Terus wealthier will continue to earn more. Jadinya bakal ada tidak keseimbangan gitu. Jadinya yang kaya tetap kaya, nanti yang income-nya rendah bakal tetap rendah. Jadi nanti tingkat kemiskinannya bakal tetap gitu loh. Terus the unemployment level increase as the poor might not be willing to work as a major part of the earnings should be paid as tax. Nah, nanti itu ada beberapa case yang kayak gara-gara dia harus bayar tax, dia harus apa sih jadi unemployment gitu, kayak gitu, macam gitu sih. Ada yang masih kurang ngerti nggak? Kalau kurang ngerti bilang aja ya.
Oke, makasih ya.
Kurang lebih seperti itu. Terima kasih.
Oke, Rido. Jadi untuk regressive tax ini apa yang membedakan dengan progressive tax, Rido? Regressive and progressive tax ini apa nih yang membedakan? Rido.
Ya, Miss.
Apa yang membedakan kira-kira antara progressive dan regressive tax?
Oh ya, bentar, Miss.
Untuk slide-nya, oke, ini sudah sangat bagus, Nak. Ya, cuman mungkin you have to make it simple, ya, more simple. Jadi misalnya nggak usah berbentuk tulisan sebanyak ini, ya, bisa langsung berbentuk angka, ya. Jadi orang misalnya ada 2 orang, ya, ada 2 gambar 2 orang gitu, yang satu punya income tinggi, kemudian yang satu income-nya rendah. Nah, itu kan lebih enak ya mahaminnya dibanding yang kita juga harus fokus buat ngebaca, dengerin gitu. Nah, menurut Miss sebaiknya slide-nya seperti itu. Jadi jangan full dengan tulisan, ya, karena itu akan membuat peserta itu fokus membaca dibandingkan mendengarkan penjelasan kalian gitu. Jadi dan itu membuat slide kalian itu terlihat lebih simple, ya. Oke. So, progressive tax, ya. Progressive tax itu tadi, ya, dia itu lebih cenderung adil. Kenapa? Karena yang the people who have a higher income will pay the higher tax, and the people income will pay the lower tax. But it's different with the regressive tax, ya, itu sangat berbeda, di mana di regressive tax itu malah sebaliknya. Ya, kalau di regressive tax, lower income malah dia harus membayar pajak lebih, sedangkan untuk higher income dia bayar pajaknya lebih rendah. Ya. Jadi perbedaannya seperti itu. So for the proportional tax, dia mau higher income or lower income, they have the same percentage, ya, to pay the tax. Ya, itu conclusionnya. Oke. Ada yang mau ditanyakan, Nak?
Miss, saya mau nanya, Miss.
Oke, Bani.
Contoh regressive tax di Indonesia seperti apa, Miss?
Oke. Yang jawab yang presentasi. Di Indonesia apakah they use the proportional, progressive, or regressive tax system? What kind of system they use in Indonesia? Because impossible to use a 3 system in one country. They have to choose what system they can use to contract with the people in Indonesia. Oke, silakan. Hello, group 2. Hello, maybe Olivia, you wanna try to answer? Or Arda, Shakira, Zalfa?
Miss, saya mau coba jawab.
Oh ya, Abigail, oke.
Jadi di Indonesia tuh pakai progressive tax rate. Contohnya tuh kayak misal, saya ambil contoh simpelnya aja ya, Miss.
Iya.
Misal ada satu orang beli mobil atas nama dia, terus nah otomatis dia bakal bayar pajak gitu.
Atau tolong ulangi, Abigail, tolong ulangi.
Misal dia beli mobil, ada orang beli mobil atas nama dia, terus semakin banyak dia beli mobil atas nama dia, maka makin mahal juga pajaknya gitu, bukan? Saya kemarin nanya-nanya ke kayak gitu. Miss, suara saya terdengar nggak?
Iya, kedengaran.
Kayak gitu bukan, Miss, tadi?
Nanya-nanya apa tadi?
Nah, ke orang tua saya, kalau misalnya tax progresif itu, kalau misalnya ada orang beli mobil atas nama dia, semakin banyak dia beli mobil atas nama dia, maka semakin mahal pajak yang harus dibayar. Gitu. Tapi kalau misalnya, jadi kadang orang tuh pakai mobil, beli mobil, atau pakai beda-beda nama gitu, biar kayak apa ya, biar gak terlalu mahal gitu bayar pajaknya. Jadi dia semakin banyak luxury items yang dia punya atas nama dia, makin banyak juga makin mahal juga pajak yang harus dibayar. Begitu juga sebaliknya, kalau misalnya dia kayak nggak begitu banyak luxury items atau income-nya sedikit, jadi dia kayak makin rendah juga pajak yang harus dibayar.
Oke. Oh, oke. Progressive tax ya. Oke, gimana Bani?
Oke, Miss. Terima kasih Abigail atas jawabannya. Tapi saya masih penasaran, apa contoh regressive tax di kehidupan sehari-hari?
Progresif atau regresif?
Regressive.
Atau mungkin you get another example from other country who use the regressive tax in their system. Sebenarnya untuk contoh dari Abigail tadi udah bagus, cuman di situ terlihat ada banyak penyalahgunaan, ada banyak orang yang menyalahgunakan sistem, ya. Ada sistem, misalnya yang kayak tadi Abigail bilang, jadi dia membeli luxury product dengan menggunakan nama lain karena dia ingin kabur dari masalah pembayaran pajak, ya, sehingga dia menggunakan nama lain. Nah, sebenarnya kan itu ilegal, ya, tidak diperbolehkan, ya. Kalau kamu beli barang, ya seharusnya atas nama kamu sendiri, ya. Nah, cuman memang di Indonesia sendiri itu sebenarnya sudah sangat adil, ya, di mana untuk yang mempunyai higher income, they have to pay more tax than the lower income, ya. Makanya nggak salah kalau kita lihat di berita ada beberapa artis yang dikejar-kejar sama orang pajak itu karena mereka kelihatan banyak asetnya, ya, tetapi belum melunasi pajak-pajaknya. Makanya sekarang karena sangat dibantu lah, ya, Kementerian Pajak itu, Kementerian Keuangan, dengan adanya media sosial, karena kebanyakan orang itu sekarang pamer kekayaan, gitu. Jadi bisa dihitung berapa mobil yang mereka punya, berapa motor, berapa branded product that they have, ya, yang semestinya mereka harus bayar pajak dari setiap barang yang mereka miliki, gitu. Oke, yang ini coba menjelaskan tentang regressive tax. Alivia, maybe?
Iya, Miss. Jadi kan tadi Bani nanya tentang contoh dari regressive tax kan?
Ya.
Contohnya itu kalau di Indonesia kan menganutnya progressive tax. Misalnya kayak income itu dia pakainya progressive tax. Nah, kalau regressive tax itu saya ambil dari negara lain, ya, misalnya UK atau England, dia tuh pakai regressive tax. Misalnya produk rokok, dia itu pakai regressive tax.
Itu tujuannya apa sih?
Untuk ini, Miss, menghindari biar orang-orang, kan kalau pajaknya tinggi berarti harganya tinggi, jadi orang-orang nggak ngebeli produk itu.
Membatasi pembelian untuk demerit goods-nya, ya?
Iya.
Ya, oke. Di UK sendiri, ya, Inggris, ya, ya, di Inggris itu untuk beberapa produk dia menggunakan regressive tax, right? Ya, Olivia. Oke, untuk di Turki sendiri seperti apa? Karena sebenarnya semakin tinggi pajaknya atas barang tersebut, secara otomatis harga barangnya juga ikutan naik, ya. Bani, bisa dipahami, Bani?
Bisa, Miss.
Ya.
Terima kasih ya, guys.
Alivia, apa kalau di Turki? Apakah sama untuk especially for demerit goods like alcohol? Oke, sambil nunggu, maybe is there any question? Another question from Anissa or Selima? Oke, Mas.
Saya mau nanya.
Ya, Ridho.
Kalau materai itu termasuk pajak regresif nggak, Mas?
Tuh, silakan. Silakan dijawab. Zalfa, maybe?
Iya, Miss. Kalau bea bea cukai